Hey guys, another video. Um, so I changed a couple things. I'll show you this video. I'll talk about the optimization I did and the thought processes more importantly, so you can get an idea how to change your characters as well if you do want to make the similar character or maybe even future characters. So right now, as you can see, I'm running 3 auras right now, one on Blasphemy, and I've hit 10k. Yes. My deeps is about the same. I think I dropped a little bit effectively, but okay, so let me go over what I did on the gears first. This is the same, the helm is the same, shield is the same, boots the same, and gloves are same. And this ring is the same, and this is the same. But what happened was I just tried to cap ally weakness. Whoops. And you can see I'm like almost 169. I think you need 164 for yellow maps and 169 for red maps. But I got a new ring, and the whole point of like doing all that stuff, I got a new chest piece. I crafted one that turned out to be like sellable later, so it just had the resist I needed. So you just get your resist really up there. Drop damage if you have to, like accuracy and stuff like that. And as you can see, my accuracy is 26. So I got all the resist up there to try to cap, and then what you want to do is you want to craft the percent increase in maximum energy shield on the prefix of the ring using the Elrion crafting bench. And what this does is it gives you a buttload of energy shield. That's like 3 points on the tree with an extra 2%. So as you can see, I only have 18. So that comes out to be about exactly 36%, which is, about 3 points on tree. So doing that gave me a lot of ES, and that's where ES came from. I also switched my belt because it had the resistance I needed, and the wet is actually like not too bad. So those are the stuff I did on gear. I don't remember if I switched to basalt yesterday or today, but basically I couldn't handle the damage I was taking sometimes on reflect maps, so I put on a basalt just to not worry about it. Sometimes I'm like reflecting myself for like 6k right now. So it's pretty ridiculous. So as you can see, the changes on the tree, I picked up the aura nodes and picked up this aura node. Now this one was exclusively to run Poacher's Mark. The only way you can drop this is if you're willing to go down a lot of mana and maybe like 100 mana unreserved and run double level 4 line. I just happen to get like a level 4, but you can run with like level 3. Just figure it out, just like double level 3 and you can run Poacher's Mark. I'll explain when I map why I choose Poacher's Mark and why not Herald Device, Curse on Hit, or stuff like that. So I got the aura effectiveness here. Now these 2 points are pretty good because it's 20% for 2. So if you're looking from just defensive energy shield perspective, 20% of my 315 is 63. And keep in mind I have, where is it? Discipline 21. So if you have 20, it's going to be 303 and it's going to come out to be about 60. But I know for me, I have a 4 times multiplier to my energy shield. So if I take off 20%, I'm going to lose 63, which comes out to be about a total of 63 times 4. So that's how much ES I lose from that. And 63 times 4 is 252, which is close to about like 11-10% ES nodes. So that alone is worth it for just the energy shield. That's why I take it. And on top of that, it also increases my hatred by 20% as well. So that will increase the damage added of cold by another 36 times 0.2, which is 7.2. It doesn't affect poachers because poachers is a curse, and it says non-curse specifically. So that's what I did. Now, when I do the map, I'll explain why I do. Let's just do like a quick map. I'll explain why I choose poachers and not some of the other options that are available to you. So some of the other options that are available to you are Curse on Hit, Herald of Ice. I think that's pretty good. And you can also just do like Herald of Ash. So the reason I choose poachers is because the assassin has a node, where is it? Ambush. 100% more critical strike chance against enemies that are on full life. So what that means is, with my Garbo crit 54, when the enemy is full life, I can guarantee the crit without a diamond at all. if I understand that node correctly. And if I use, like you see that 54 guaranteed on the full life. So what that means is I have no flask and I'm critting all the time. And with flask up, you know, that's upped even higher. But that is why I use poachers, because the other options that you have, like Herald Device, if you one-shot the whole pack, I don't think you can curse anything, because the proc on curse on hit will happen from the Herald Device explosion after shattering, and the explosion that happens after you shatter the mob from the Herald Device is the one that should be hitting the monsters for the curse. And if you one-shot the whole pack, nothing's gonna get cursed. So I don't think I can sustain the poacher's mark that way. And on top of that, even if it were to hit the monster, then you lose the maximum crit chance. Now, the way you can do it to solve that is you can spec into the claw crit nodes and the dagger crit nodes over here and over here. And in that way, you can get like decent critical strike chance, like 70 or 1 point, I think 1.6 times what your base crit is right now. I have 8 base crits, so that will come out to be 12.2. So it will give me like 66 crit or something, which comes out to be about like 90 crit. So if you do that, maybe you can run like a Herald Device, and it may be worth it for your damage. But I'm a little skimped on points right now. I can't spec into other stuff. So you can try that as an option if you're willing to run those kinds of nodes on the tree. And that way you can spec into a Herald Device and not really worry about it. I still think Poachers is really good though. And the reason is it has gives enemies 49% less evasion, and I think that's really strong, and that's why I use it as an aura. Now, downsides of this, as opposed to using Herald of Thunder or Ice, I would prefer Ice, is that you reserve much more mana. So if you didn't have a 35%, you could drop these 3 nodes and pick up maybe like these 3 claw nodes and get a high enough crit and still use Herald of Ice on curse on hit. Now you might be seeing me do that later. I haven't really tested Herald of Ice, but for now I'm running Poachers. I still have to like try a lot of new things, so those are my thought processes right now for this kind of stuff. Yeah, so you have a Herald Device curse on hit as an option, but you run the risk of, I don't know if you can sustain the Frenzy Jar. I think you should be able to, so you might see me test that in the future. So those are my thought processes right now for Poacher's Mark and why I use it. Overall, the less evasion is really, really nice. And also, like Curse Mutant maps, you just don't even run it at all. So that's that. And in the future, I'll show you the optimization and the thought process behind even more min-maxing, and the changes I do in the future videos will be explained in the same manner, where I just talk about my thought processes and how you should think about these things too. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the video. Peace out.